Hey, you know who it is. Rumbi, Vibes, nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja niwates, nimekuja niwatese, nimekuja tukumek, nimekuja tukumek, nimekuja say again, nimekuja sema kumplain, nimekuja na malens, niko wale ya maheta na check. I am ready to live, kama mchukule I know the pain. Kula wetu wani friends, kula wetu wani jimi na friends. Now what to expect, are you expecting the right to impress? Are you expecting me lower express? Are you expecting me not to the share? So how we roll, in it again, in it the best that we give it a stretch. In it the best that we call it my base. In it the bliss, in it the bliss. Sako bro. Hapa kubaya man hapa ni wrong. Hapa kuteki man kuna kapong. Hapa kuteki man kuna kapong. Hapa slow mo on top. Hapa ni big enough small talk. So go for square come. Then I went up to the boss. Hey, nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja niwates, nimekuja niwatese, nimekuja tukumek, nimekuja tukumek.
So leta, itabidi kone leta futu ntakuweka, weka bahali yako ntakuweka, weka. This point for a year, sadly ending in your tears. Now you know face my fears, can't face myself back in the mirror. Slow your roll, my dear, most still like you sip in a beer. End of the road is near, better be used to the pattern up there. I hit with a punch like more, I keep it good, I'll be doing the most. Keeping for beats in the flow, there's on it, I need a glow. My pressure they come and go, keep me 100 and just keep it going. I'm fresher than all of your hoes, it's better than mommy, sitting on throne. Spitting on fire, I can't eat, walk in the room and you're not gonna miss me. Running on water and jet skis, who got the candy, feeling the red race. Please, don't ever test me, you want to smoke, we can get it in plenty. I carry my luggage and then we're gonna approach me, nigga, it's hefty. To my kid, it's fine, or some of your prayers, I couldn't be Bible. To put up a pump and a title, fucking a fuse tonight and a viral. Brains were calling in Nile, get on the train tonight, the Zion. We're tougher than fire on iron, pull up the beat, we're faster than lion.
Nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja kiwasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja winasep, nimekuja niwates, nimekuja niwatese, nimekuja tukumek, nimekuja tukumek.
So leta, itabidi kone leta futu ntakuweka, weka bahali yako ntakuweka, weka.
Nasikia stili na pembe, najifanya diye hizi matembe.
Na wanadai ni wabembeze, hizi mtoto ulilia wembe.
Ai bana, hili usenge, venye manzemi na kufa undenge.
Mbona sa kwa game wasake train kuja wacha kukopa na nini kuja mbona na hema na nini kuja na kuonyesha mimi na nini kuja wacha kupenda na nini kuja wacha kumbe.
And Hamzamo familia, welcome to the Rhythm Scoop Show right here on the Black Watch Fire Network. Media for the 21st century. My name is Spikes and this is a Rhythm Scoop Show on the Black Watch Fire, where we get to discuss different issues happening in our current affairs, sports, entertainment, culture, and among other different issues happening right here in the 254, as well as continentally in this beautiful continent that we also do call Al-Kebulan or Africa. If you do like, my name is Spikes alongside my co-host Joby and Aket.
Karibuni sana to the Rhythm Scoop Show once again, and of course another episode where we get to discuss, as Spike said, about entertainment, culture and art, and also matters concerning our African continent. And of course, do remember to interact with us on our social media handles, that is on Twitter at the Black Hot Fire Radio, and also on Instagram at the Black Hot Fire Radio. You can tell us where you're interacting, or rather where you're listening to us from. How is your week coming along? And it's been on a Wednesday. We do believe on a Wednesday it's we celebrate women, hashtag WCW. So tell us whom you're celebrating today. It could be your mom, your sister, your daughter, or even your grandma. Personally, I'm celebrating my grandma.
And I think it's actually a day where I think women should be celebrated every day. If you ask me, I think it doesn't have to be a day when you just have to wait till it gets to Wednesday I think every other day is a day to celebrate our women.
Yeah.
We also do have a Kate in the studio with us.
Yes, welcome guys. This is Kate. I'm hoping that your week is going well, and I want to welcome you to our show. Hope you love it.
We do hope that everyone will be enjoying and getting to learn a thing or two from this particular broadcast. And of course, on Wednesday, we also get to play you some music and celebrate some of our female MCs and also artists who are really doing the most. We have seen one of the most renowned Kenyan artists. Her name is Nikita Kering, and she is actually doing a lot. I don't know if you have realized that there are billboards all over with her brand, and of course the album that she has been putting out. For Kate or for Joby, have you realized that these billboards seems to be everywhere?
No, okay, for the billboards, I've not seen the billboards.
They are,
Actually,
yeah.
I have that with you.
Yeah.
Me too, I've not seen them.
Yeah.
So, but with the song, actually, it's been promoted so much on the radios, on TikTok, on Instagram. Right now, if you open the Instagram story, it's just X, and I think the song we also have it. And I hope our DJ will also get to play us the song. But Nikita, she has an amazing voice. I mean, she really does have an amazing voice.
She actually has done a lot, because right now her song, which is known as X, has hit 1 million views.
Yeah.
And 1 million views, really, it's a lot. You considering we always keep on saying that Kenyans, we are not known for
And
giving
she's only
support.
20, I think 21. She's only 21, I guess.
I'm not sure how old she is. The last time she got in the game, when she was just 16 years old, and she has been doing music since she was 16 years. She might be 21. I'm really not sure. She might be 21 or maybe 20. But she is one of the Kenyan talents really to look out for, and she has actually been doing the most. She did put out her music. She did put out her music, and people are really loving it. If you do ask me, the song known as X, I have checked it out, and the album goes by the name A Side of Me, and she has also been going. I think she would be compared, if you look at the industry. Who would you compare Nikita Kering to, right now in the industry, either in Kenya or in East Africa? Who would you compare Nikita Kering to?
Well, that's quite a challenge, but I think I'd compare her to Avril, with the voice that she has, Avril. And of course the content also, I mean the vibe of the music, I'd compare her to Avril currently.
I think for me, there's so many artists I can compare her to. For example, we do have Karun Mungai. Karun Mungai was formerly of Camp Mula, and she really had a beautiful voice. We also did have the likes of Patricia Kihoro. I think I love her voice. We also do have many other artists that you will find. There are some people who also have not seen her billboard. I will be sharing the photo of the billboard on our Twitter, so that you can get to see what we are talking about. It seems like these billboards are everywhere, and her marketing team is putting in a lot of work. It seems like they're not sleeping.
She really has a good management then.
Yeah, it seems like her management is really putting in the work. And when she came up, people might have dismissed and saying, "Oh, you ni mtu wa kibabi anataka kufanya muziki na muziki," lakini people relate kwa industry kwa huko hivyo mtaani. But she is doing the most, if you do ask me. And if you haven't checked the song that we are talking about, it's known as X. And she was saying that it has nothing to do with her ex. That is what she was saying. That the song has nothing to do with her ex. But she felt creatively, but that she could, express herself. And even her writing is really nice. I have seen on TV a performance of Nikita Kering. She had a band, the way you do a live performance. It's really interesting, because in Kenya we are used to people coming and playing the playbacks, not having a live band. But for Nikita, she decided that she will be putting out her music, and she will be using a live band, so that you can get to experience, or give you a total experience of these whole music that is coming from Nikita Kering. And like you said, you can head over to our social media. We do have we are active on a different social media. You can find us on Twitter, and when you head over on Twitter and search for Black Hot Fire, you will also find that particular photo of Nikita that we are telling you about, and her billboard. And her name of the music is X, and it has hit 1 million views. We do hope that the rest of the world will catch up on the vibe by Nikita Kering, because her music is really it's kind of a global. If you do ask me, it's kind of a global. It's not just a local vibe. It's
but
kind of
Kenya has really taken this one on a positive vibe. Like, it's really a banger actually.
So let me just hint for the family what we are talking about, so that you can get a feel of the music we are talking. This is a Kenyan talent. The name of the song is X. You might think this is a Beyonce, but no.
Little love, little hurt, making
Fire Radio, media for the 21st
This
century.
night could have changed. I would love, not have wasted. I would hold you closer as I could. And even when we tried to leave so behind, I found myself inside your arms again. What if I'm insane and taking me for granted? I would never come to forgive myself. 'Cause I ain't tryna be your ex, so don't call me if you play. Just look like on my way. I'm on top of my game. I'm on my way down. So don't call me if you play. Just look like on my way.
Hey, and that is the vibe right there.
And the DJ just had to.
And we do not want copyright problems with it, but nonetheless the song is really jamming. And if you do ask me, even the kind of the voice, our voice is really distinct.
Amazing.
And you would actually say that she is from anywhere else apart from Nairobi, but we also do have that wonderful talent coming right here from our nation as well. But nonetheless, this is a rhythm scoop show right here on the Black Fan Network, the media for the 21st century. And we are always delighted to be with you, listening and also letting us know how your week is coming along. For me, the weekend is coming up just wonderful. There have been so many things happening, especially on the African continent, and this has to do with some of the matters that we have covered, especially talking about the South African protest, and also the social unrest, you might call it so. I have been seeing very funny memes going around on Twitter, and it's really interesting because people have been attacking the same people who are protesting in the street. They are saying that we are tweeting amongst looters. That was one of the tweets I came across this morning. They were saying that there was one of these game supermarkets. It's known as Game. Yeah, we also do have a Game right here in Nairobi, which is in Karen. But in South Africa, there was a lot of looting overnight in that particular mall, in that particular supermarket known as a Game. And there was a tweet I also saw which was saying that the police were there, but they couldn't do nothing because everyone was everywhere and the numbers were so big. And it's very unfortunate because I have heard that there are people that have lost their lives. Yesterday, when we were sharing this particular news, there were 30 people dead. Right now, I understand there might be over 70 people dead, and it's very unfortunate to see that people have to lose their lives in this particular kind of a way. But nonetheless, we do hope that there will be some sort of a sobriety. There was a president who is known as Cyril Ramaphosa. Cyril Ramaphosa was saying that people should desist and these should not be used as the opportunity or as an excuse to go destroying property worth millions and millions.
Exactly.
Perhaps they would look at embracing a dialogue, and also if dialogue is not listened to, then maybe this is a way to do it. But I do not see the use of the police and the military, because he's the same president, Cyril Ramaphosa, who decided to call on the military to go and intervene. They should also be restrained. Even if they are using tear gas and the rubber bullets, I believe they should be restrained. And also people should sort of simmer down. And
they say, okay, to me, it's the citizens who are stupid. Let me just call them stupid, because there's no way. I mean, Zuma gave himself out, right? At first he was in denial, but he gave himself to the authorities. And I don't understand why the citizens of South Africa right now are protesting, because he gave himself to the authorities. First, they are fighting against themselves. No one is fighting them, right? They are protesting and killing each other, destroying properties of whom they've really worked so hard and build up. That is maybe where you were going to shop. That is where you used to buy your daily maybe bread and milk, and then you just all of a sudden wake up one day just because an ex-president has been arrested for you to go and start creating violence, and you expect the government not to react.
And even the president that they are fighting for, he's not even.
He's not what they fight.
Yeah. And I believe where he's held custody, he's not having
in prison.
a bad
I understand he's in prison.
He doesn't even know what. As much as I know, he knows.
He has
what
called
is
for the
going
season
on.
of violence.
He doesn't care. I mean, he doesn't even know you. You're fighting and protesting for someone who doesn't even know you or even know of your existence.
And he's not in bad jails. I believe he's having
It's
fun.
one of the uptown jails. You might call it an uptown jail, but
the South Africans need to wake up.
but
that is bad. To me, that is just the worst thing I've ever seen.
But that is one of the biggest challenges that we have right here on the African continent. Our politics are really difficult to understand, because if you look at it, this is an individual who did not, he was a president, I believe, for 10 years, but he did not fight to make sure that the South Africans got back their land. He did not fight to make sure that the unemployment challenge was being addressed. He did not really, make sure that things were going right, even in terms of infrastructure, in terms of other different sectors that perhaps he might have brought change so that he can improve the livelihoods of South Africans. But now you will see some of them going into the streets, destroying thousands of properties.
Nonsense.
Some of them really have nothing to do with supporting him, Jacob Zuma. Some of them just have a thing to do with taking the opportunity. They are just opportunistic individuals really trying to make the most out of these opportunities by looting. But some of them have lost their lives.
I'm pretty certain that there's some innocent lives which have been lost in the midst of all this, protest and everything. But at the end of the day, as much as the government is also intervening in all this to try and make peace, let it be also make it be made in a peaceful way. Not for them also to create violence by throwing the tear gas, shooting all over. Because the moment you start shooting all over, you don't know whom you're shooting. You might be shooting at some innocent people. So the government should also take keen, or rather a good note of whatever they are doing before taking actions, and be able to rather the president also to come forth and talk nicely to the citizens. This is what is happening. This is what is happening. Let you just calm down. We're gonna solve the issue in this and this manner, because I do believe if you're able to communicate to people, they'll listen. If they are willing to listen, they will listen.
But what I do believe right now is that go on.
What if they are not willing to listen?
They don't think they will be willing to
listen. It's up to them.
They are not willing to listen. But nonetheless, there is also the matter of shortages. You have been looting in these shops, and these are the same shops that people rely on for their products or for their shopping. These are the same convenience stores where people can get to buy bread or milk or sugar, or these are the goods. So when you loot all these, shops, there will also be an artificial shortage of our products, and people will now come to realize that this is a thing perhaps that they had not anticipated. But I also do believe that people are not in their rightful mind. Right now it's like a war zone, people being shot right, left and center, and a lot of tear gas and everything are all up in flames, and you will just see people jumping from buildings and throwing themselves, and just putting their lives in a total danger.
To me, that is total nonsense. To be just sincere, that is just you're not reasoning enough.
But do you think they will be releasing these Jacob Zuma? Do you think they will be releasing him?
Not even in the matter of releasing him. To me, he might even bail himself out. That is how I see it.
Not even bailing, but you cannot be bailed if you're not given an option for bail. You cannot bail yourself if you haven't been given an option for bail. What I do see is maybe perhaps they might just be lenient. They might be lenient on him, and just turn around this particular conviction. But nonetheless, we shall take a short music break. When we get back, we shall be discussing more matters right here on the Black Hot Fire Network on the Rhythm Scoop Show with the Black Hot Fire. This is actually another jam. It has been done by the one and only Paxit Banks. The name of the song is Follow Me, and it talks about this guy who has fallen in love with a lady, but doesn't know how the lady can be part of his life.
Oh kale kale tuli munyumbe Papa twice kwa
And welcome back to the Rhythm Scripture on the Black Network. It's another wonderful afternoon, and of course we do hope that you are with us right here on the show. And thank you so much for keeping it Black Fan. We always purpose to keep you entertained, informed, and also keep you inspired by these different shows. We were talking about different matters that are taking place in South Africa, and it appears like matters are not yet, matters are far from solved. And if you look at if you look at the whole nation, you realize that Jacob Zuma and also the other former presidents, they should also be part and parcel of the solution for this particular country. I do believe that we do have the likes of Thabo Mbeki. We also do have the likes of Jacob Zuma himself and other former presidents. I think they should come together and also see how can this whole particular situation be solved. The people are living in poverty, so for that particular extent, I do understand that some of them just won't take what they couldn't afford earlier. I was looking at some photos.
But that is not the right way to handle issues. I mean,
no, I'm saying the government has also put them in this situation because the government has had them very, very much unemployed. So therefore, if you're not looking at the interests of the people in terms of employment, then they're taking advantage right now because they have been put there for a very, very long time. Some of them,
I saw a video. Yeah. There are even people carrying TVs.
Yeah, TV. Some of them are carrying new sneakers. Yeah.
I think I saw the video. I think they were debating on who should carry the TV or who should carry the TV.
So how about when you get shot when you're carrying that TV, or how about the tear gas that just blocks?
My worry is just the matter of lives that have been lost actually, and I'm crying for the innocent lives and also for the businesses that have been lost because you going around burning up shops and malls. It won't help in any way. As much as you're protesting, even if it's just going to or attacking a mall, don't doing it in a violent way. Just tell the people get out and everything.
I don't think that would be a way. If you go, listen to you. How would you do that? That is not really practical because if you go in a peaceful way, telling the guys, okay, you guys, you need to leave. I'm coming now. Who will do that? Let me just assume you are the owner of one of the stores in that particular mall, and then some people come and tell you, oh, you have to leave now. We just won't check the TVs. How would that particular one end off?
I mean, they're holding guns on me. Definitely, I'm gonna go down.
No one will come softly telling you that this is what you need to do. They will come actually in violence, and when they come in violence, you realize that there will be there will be consequences. There will be consequences, and you might find, like you say, there are innocent lives in some cases, and you will also find that in some cases people just want to take advantage. Some people, I was just looking, you will find even some things that might not really help them. You might go into a place and you do not have, like I think Akira was saying it yesterday, perhaps you not even have electricity in your house, but you're taking the biggest TV, not have even this and that in your house, but you're taking the biggest cooler or a microwave and things like that. Some of them just trying to at the end of this particular whole looting, Some people will become extremely
You know,
poor.
somehow
Some
when you
people
look
become
at the-
extremely poor. Others might become
when you look
now
at the
richer,
videos,
quote unquote richer.
when you look at some of the videos, it's really laughable.
Yeah.
They're really funny actually. Some of them are funny, but again, it's not funny when
Yeah.
people are losing life. That is just that is my problem actually.
Yeah.
When people are losing life, because it was just yesterday when we were saying there are 30 people who are dead,
Yeah.
and at night when I was checking there were 40, and today
Now
to wake
it's
up there are
70.
70. What
Yeah.
about during the
The
night?
numbers,
It's like 72 kids now.
yeah, the numbers keep piling up. The numbers keep going up.
And where's my damn TV?
You should be talking to Shepo Simono. Shepo Simono has started a new store on the side. A new store on the side. He's a South African brother. Peace to him. But things are really not any good in South Africa. If you look at, but I also blame it on the government themselves. This situation didn't just erupt at once. I do believe people have been feeling like they need an opportunity like this.
It's because they were lied to, Spikes. With fake ass Nelson Mandela, that they were going to be given economic benefits, and they've been mired in poverty for 30 years. And these puppets from Zuma to that Ramaphosa have done absolutely nothing for South African black people.
The situation with
So him crying them up, this hurt the economy. He gave on TV. This hurt the economy. Hell, we ain't got nothing to do with the economy, dummy. We're in poverty. I'm helping my economy now by getting this microwave and this TV. Go ahead,
So I
Spike.
also do believe, people, the investors have shared, because some of these malls that have been attacked are big, and you'll find that even foreign investors are, for example, coming from other countries, being the real victims at the end of the day. But perhaps,
That's true, that's sad, but look, here we go again, Spike. Follow the money and let's connect the dots. Oppenheimer and the De Beers and the Rose were agents of who?
sorry, come again. You said about the De Beers?
The Rothschild.
Yeah,
The De Beers Diamond
yeah,
and the Oppenheimer
yeah,
and Cecil Rose
yeah.
were agents of the Rothschild.
Yeah, they're working on their behalf.
So the Rothschild still controls South Africa.
And also, I think they're the same ones
And
that
they-
also put the Israelis there, because I understand also the Israelis that do
Yes,
have a foothold on that country. Yeah,
Who created Israel, Spike?
it's them that did. It's the Rothschild that did.
Yes, the Rothschild. So they better Mossad agents down in South Africa.
So that is exactly what
Our
is.
black people in poverty.
Yeah. That is what is happening now with South Africa, but I do hope that there will be some sort of a sobriety, and the situation will calm down. But I do believe force is not the solution. If you go and send the military, to go and shoot everyone, that will not actually solve the whole problem. Because the problem is the
I
poverty.
think it's good for the whole thing. Riding over the whole fucking system. I think it's supposed to be violent, goddammit. Black people to take back the country that was stolen from them. Stolen years ago.
I am sure the guy that was whipping, you remember the guy that was whipping the crackers last week? Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I do believe he has a new TV now. He has a new TV now. And I do believe he probably also has a computer and a phone, so he might be watching some of these live shows.
What's his name? Mr. Bishop? What's his name? Mr. Somebody.
I can't
Mr. Somebody, stop being aggressive.
I don't remember the name they were calling him, but they were saying stop being aggressive. And now they will feel that how aggressive people can become in this country, and it's not going to be any good.
I think the country has to be torn down. Like, you can't say, see, I was like, every friend is non-violent, and peace. For what? I'm still living in poverty after I go back to peace. I don't own shit. White people own every damn thing in this country.
So you will say
But they stole it.
you will say
So explain this to me, Spike. Here we go again. Explain this to me. When the Dutch got to South Africa, they were poor.
they were what?
Now they're rich,
Oh, they
and
were
the
poor.
Africans are poor.
Yeah, they were poor.
They were poor.
Yeah. they are richer than the
they're
Khoisan. Than the Khoisan they met there. Than the Khoisan and the other
Exactly.
communities that got there.
Exactly.
Because-
They're rich, and now the Africans are poor.
But they took the land, and the land is also a factor of production. If you not have land, what are you going to produce on? You need factors of a production such as land. You need capital. You also need you need labor. Yeah, you need labor, and you also need the entrepreneurs or the people who are doing the work. So if you don't have those factors, then it means that you are displaced out of your position, and you will become poor in a very quick time because you not have the land. If the land has been taken away from you, then you lack the most critical part of a factor of a production. That is why they are poor right now, and yeah, and the others, the Afrikaners, so-called Afrikaners, or the Dutch are poor, are rich. But there is also something else that has been going on, of course, in the neighboring country. We had mentioned on it, but it seems like the protests in Eswatini have calmed down. But I'm not really sure that also has a situation answered, because people are agitating. They are the things that have resorted to this particular kind of agitation. So unless you look at the root problems and you look at how ways of addressing these root problems, which is poverty. Yes, I do believe poverty, and among others, you cannot have, even if it was to end, even if the routine was to end today or tomorrow, and the poverty, the situation that have put them in poverty still remains, for example, that their land being taken away, then it means that this will also happen another time, and another time, and another time. You will not have an end to this. It might become for 2 years, and then the third year you will find the repeat of the same, and then you go back to another situation overcome, and then after 3 years another time comes up, and the opportunity for looting comes up again, and that is a challenge that we are having in South Africa. So unless the government is serious about addressing the root cause or the problems that are facing the people of South Africa, then the people have to...
The government not owned by them, so that's why they need to completely destroy the whole thing.
They want to burn it down so that they can build it up. I think that would be also another way of looking at it. Just burn it down.
You gotta burn it completely down. The Rothschilds control South Africa. They always have.
And what if they end up releasing Zuma?
That would be alright. It has nothing to do with Zuma. I don't think people are even concerned whether Zuma rots in hell. They don't really care. What they really care is the opportunity.
They're not worried about no damn Zuma. That's the cover story. Exactly right, buddy.
Yeah.
Then I say, I'm getting this TV because Jacob Zuma's been in prison.
Yeah, they are getting bags of flour from the shop so that they can have ugali the whole month. They are not care. They don't care much about whether Zuma rots in prison. They just need to secure the biggest bag of flour and the biggest bag of rice so that when they go back home, they will have nothing to worry about for the next 2 weeks or for the next month. And because it's poverty. No,
I'm still this power for Jacob Zuma.
They just care about the ugali. They don't care any more about what happens with the system. What happens with the system at the end of the day.
If you guys don't let Jacob Zuma go, I'm gonna steal this whole store of rice.
That is not what they are saying. They are just saying that they need to take care of their children and also and feed them, because they are not able to. If they are not able to feed their family, what good is Zuma being released? It doesn't help them with anything.
Exactly right.
Zuma
I want black people to stand it. Don't allow the media, don't allow white people to paint your people fucked up.
Yeah.
They're doing that because all the resources have been stolen from them for hundreds of years. So them going to ride and getting some shit out of there is justified. Don't let the fake black media in Africa try to make you believe they should be shamed for doing that.
Yeah. But now they might get a few individuals and arrest them and say they have been organizing these protests. They will find ways of getting a few individuals and making an example of them so that they can instill fear. Because the state works through fear. The state works through fear. So you will find maybe next week they will point out a few elements and say these are the people that have caused these social unrest, and we are putting them in prison next to Zuma, or they will find a way of just putting fear in the masses, and but the people will not stop.
And the little old lady gonna say, I don't give a damn, I got a month supply of rice. You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, they could care less so long as their children's stomachs, the children are fed. They could care less about what is happening. But nonetheless, I wanted to bring our attention to something else that was happening in South Africa and also has been happening in Nigeria and Kenya as well. And this is also a very, very big challenge and has to do with gender-based violence as well as a femicide. Last year, was it last year or early this year? Early this year or late last year, there was a protesting of women in South Africa because they were claiming that the situation with femicide has gotten worse, and this is a killing of women simply for no reason, or just because they are women and they are seen to be weak. And there are different causes. There are different causes of violence against women. Some of these causes are really to do with gender expectations and also systematic gender-based discrimination, where you do find that the society is patriarchal. Therefore, they do not respect the rights of women, or they do not see these women as being as
and that's completely down in Africa.
Yeah, and
just like the Zulu culture, they told you in South Africa, white people came and changed the culture. The Zulu culture was just like all African countries. It was matriarchal, not patriarchal. You couldn't rule without the woman's consent. And so you did not disrespect the feature women.
Right now, the situations are actually turned to the worst. And what has been happening really is that you would find there was a very, very big protest last year, the end of last year, where these women were saying enough is enough. The government needs to protect the rights of the women, and also there has to be not really equality, but they were not even out there for the purposes of equality. They were out there for the purposes of security.
But why they ask the government? Why they not asking Jesus?
They would be as wise to also go ask Jesus what's happening with the situation, which is a problem. But also, I do believe something else that can be done really is also getting to sensitize. To sensitize or really just get away from, to sort of sensitize or educate people about the culture, the original cultures or the original history, such as people have.
You gotta bring back African culture.
Yeah, bringing back African culture. That is the only way people can be able to now move away from this nonsense where they are actually exerting all these pressure on women and even attacking women for nothing. There was one woman in South Africa who was found having been lynched. Not really lynched, but she was hung from a tree. And but there was an there was an investigation. There was an investigation going on whether there was the partners of the ex-partners were involved, and that is when these women took the streets.
And to me, that's the death penalty. There's no coming back from that with me. I don't want to. Well, please please don't kill my son because he killed this woman. But I'm gonna let him meet Jesus. I know you believe white Jesus. We gonna let him meet white Jesus.
I'm not sure whether I'm not sure whether South Africa has a death penalty or whether you are locked up for life. I'm really not sure what countries in Africa.
I'm bringing it back.
On the African continent do have
some crimes are too heinous. I gotta kill you.
That is the biggest problem.
Some crimes are too heinous.
That is the biggest problem. But have you heard about these situations also coming up in Kenya, Zoe?
Yeah, of course, the situation has really been rising in Kenya, and of course, there is a case right now that is ongoing whereby there was this university lady whom was killed 3 years ago, and she was killed with a 28 weeks year old baby, 28 weeks old baby in the stomach. And of course the people need justice, the family need justice, and the worst of it is that she's been found she was killed by a governor, whereby she was a mistress of a governor. And of course, when you dig deeper how these cases are really happening, sorry?
Oh, I just said what?
Yeah, that is what is happening.
But I think she was a university student.
Yes.
And then she got pregnant with the governor's child.
I don't think so. I don't think the pregnancy was from the governors. It's either the governor was jealous or something. It's either he didn't want her to move on or something really did get to happen. Or maybe she was pregnant.
Does the governor have a charge?
No, the governor, right now the case is ongoing right now, and he is in court. Today the court proceedings have been going on this week. Yesterday there was some testimonies coming from from some of the witnesses and also some people that have been called in regards to this particular case.
I think she might have been pregnant, whereby maybe
she was pregnant.
Yeah, she
was
wanted
pregnant.
maybe to report to the wife, or maybe didn't want to take responsibility.
But also, it
just came.
But
from
it also
the
these are the angle where people say that she brought it on herself. You know, if you go into these particular individuals like their power and you want their money, and then you are in college or you are in the university and you're moving around. It does not. But the problem comes around when now they do say that she was also trying to blackmail. She was blackmailing this governor. I'm not saying that it was deserving that it was rightful for her to be murdered. But the investigations are going on. The governor, of course, is a powerful person. The governor is able to bribe the police who are doing the
investigation. He knew what the hell he was doing, and he looked like he killed him. Crime of passion.
Yeah, I believe
that. He wanted a young girl. It's like Joe Kenyatta's nasty ass. Old man married some young child because he was, everybody had to be vulgar. Everybody wants young coochie.
The woman that you're talking about, the lady that I'm saying the lady that you talk about runs Kenya. She's actually the one who runs everything in Kenya. Talk about now apart from she handles the business for these are the puppet owners, but she does the business. If you actually came up and spoke anything against the family, you will not be dealing with the sons. You will be dealing with that lady, the young one that you're talking about. She is the one who is responsible for taking care of business. She is the one who says who will be appointed to what position. She is the one who runs everything from that particular angle.
Yeah. She ain't young no more.
She isn't. That's what I'm saying. But when she was young, people might have underestimated her. But right now, if you're going against the family, you will be dealing. That is a woman you will be dealing with. If you're going against the family. The sons might not even be there to check what you're saying, but she has people on the ground, and not anyone lifts fingers against that woman right here in the 254. But nonetheless, I was saying about this situation with the police investigators. They were said not to have taken fingerprints from the many items they collected from the murder scene, because the university student, her name was Sharon, she was murdered. And they came up with a cover story. They tried to come up with a cover story talking about.
Of course. Why didn't they have any fingerprints?
And they
because it's already corrupt.
Yeah. So they're saying there was a second prosecution. I witnessed yesterday who told the High Court in Milimani that there was an attempt to lift the fingerprints from a condom wrapper that was found at the murder scene. However, the Chief Inspector Ali and Saka, they were saying that is where they were getting the fingerprints are from. She said that she documented the items. Yeah.
I'm saying you can get the fingerprints from the doors where he sat, from something, from the damn glasses or cups they use. The front she sat on, it had to be a no damn car in the rest absurd.
So they're just trying to mess around with the particulars of this particular case. So that nothing comes of it. They will go around and go around.
This is not the first case. We've heard of so many cases, and of course, as I was saying earlier in the morning, I mean, this goes to the young girls. When you're getting into a relationship with someone who is in the government, definitely you should be aware of what you're getting yourself into, because these people have the right, rather they'll threaten you. They're not scared of anything, and they think they are above the law.
So what did happen with this particular one is that the girl was.
She's too woke. She just, oh, that girls don't know that. And these people are above the law. They know they get, like you said, they get little trinkets. They can take care of.
They're eating at KFC. But they're eating at KFC, kid. They're eating at KFC.
I mean, that KFC.
And these are the places, and also going to expensive restaurants and hotels in Nairobi, maybe the Hilton or others, because this is the government. Yeah, but the problem, she was murdered and her body was thrown in the forest. There's a place known as a Kodera forest, and that is where her body was dumped. And the case is going on because he is the governor, and there might not be nothing much. Sorry, what?
What county? What county
It's
is
Migori. It's Migori. It's in Western Kenya. It's known as a Migori County. It's known as a Migori County.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is
Okay.
and it is said that he was using his personal assistant. His personal assistant was doing the dirty work for him, and so the personal assistant is also part of these cases.
It's awful.
Yeah, because he was doing the dirty job for him because he is hired by the governor
You
himself.
know, some maybe justice might not be done because as a governor, of course, he might bribe the judges, he might bribe the police, but at the end of the day, the message should go to the young. The message should go to the young girls. When you're getting into a relationship again with someone who's in the government, be it a policeman. I was saying in the morning, me not
Not even in the
not
government,
only
not
the
only the
government,
government, but
even
even
a
a
outside.
person who has
Even
power
outside.
than
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, not even a policeman. I can't even say hi to a policeman. Even
Any
if
powerful
he
individual.
I couldn't.
Any powerful individual. So I don't see Joby dating a policeman. I don't see Joby
Never.
dating a policeman.
never ever.
Or you. I don't know whether kids.
I don't know. I don't know. Joey's cute. Joey's cute, so
She might be- she
you
might-
watch out.
Never
She
ever.
might be dating a policeman, but going back to the matter of these femicide, they are all different ways.
But Mike, did you see Joey?
No, I
I called her phone. I called her phone. She didn't answer.
Yeah, that might be a problem. But I was saying that there is an increase of cases that have to do with gender-based violence and also femicide. And one of the things that one of the causes is that women have sometimes not been considered as having any power to defend themselves, and therefore that is why they are also drawn into these particular kind of situations.
Being a woman, you got to be very. Doesn't happen to me. I'm so corrupt, sadly enough, because of the context and thing of African culture. Me being a woman, I would be definitely on guard for whoever I'm messing with. Period.
True.
I got to know who you are. I got to know your background. I got to know your character. I got to know everything. I can't be fucking with you. I can end up in a ditch somewhere dead.
You might be found in the forest. Your body lying lifeless. And that is in a
I
forest.
be finding a board with. I ain't just fighting on my damn body. Fuck that.
It's not funny, but that is a challenge. That is the thing that we are having. But there are many effects of a femicide in our society because one of the things that the family of this young girl have suffered traumatic grief because of the loss of their daughter. And maybe perhaps sometimes, but maybe perhaps.
And then I go get the justice.
Yeah, they're not be getting any justice. But maybe, perhaps sometimes I do say, maybe sometimes even the parents need to know what's going on because you might find maybe she was getting some of the trinkets she was sending the money home or she was using some money to do something home.
And that becomes a problem too, Spike.
Poverty, that is also poverty.
The poverty and also that's like keeping out your daughter.
Exactly. You'll find that maybe even
Maybe
the family,
she was.
even
Maybe
the
she
family
knew. Maybe they knew. They had an idea.
Or you'll find even most of these families, they know what you're
Or
doing.
the brother. Maybe not the mother, but the brother or
what
the
you're getting
sister.
yourself into, but they encourage you keep
Or
on
the
doing
sister.
because they're looking onto
Yeah.
the money side.
Yeah.
You know?
They want the money coming. But when their sister has been thrown in the forest, or when their daughter has been thrown in the forest, then there is nothing. There is no turning. Yeah, there is no turning back. And there is also the effects of femicide. Of course, like I said, there is a loss, a traumatic grief, and there is also compromised functioning of the society because there is an imbalance. When women live in fear and they are constantly just looking out to see that they are not being attacked or they are not being killed or they are not being, the wrong things are being done to them, then there is a lot of danger in that in the society. And of course, it has an impact on the women and the girls psychologically because they know that they might be living in fear. Yeah, it actually destroys.
When your women live in fear and are able to reach their highest potential intellectually, your society collapses and it remains in poverty.
But I also get to understand that Africa has nothing compared to the kind of femicide rates going on in Latin America. If you go to El Salvador, El Salvador, you will find the highest percentage, about 25% higher than even Africa or than even compared to other different parts of the world. I do not know whether they do hate their women, but El Salvador has been listed as
No,
being.
because that's their culture.
Yeah.
And look at Africa's been destroyed culturally.
Mm.
So it was never our culture to disrespect and hurt our women. That's been given to you by outside forces. But in Latin America and these other individuals, that's their culture. Their culture's always been detrimental to their women.
So places such as
Just like in
Guatemala,
India, they be raping people on public transport in India.
India is also notorious. Yeah, I remember there was a case where a woman was actually assaulted sexually, then she was killed because
And then they blame women.
yeah, for this as well. I think it's also in their culture. I think it's also in their culture.
It's like yesterday I had a certain story whereby there was this a certain brother. It's like you be my brother, you know. A brother raped his sister. Someone who's mentally unstable. She's going through, you know, a specialist class.
No, those
like
both
to
of them
get
are
healed.
just messed up.
Not both of them, are they?
No, I'm
I
saying
mean, you're
whomever is
normal.
perpetrating. If you no, I'm saying also you have a problem.
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean,
because
he
even if you're
raped
perpetrating
the sister who's really mentally
perpetrating
unstable.
violence
and
against
really
someone who is
crazy.
mentally ill, then you are even ill. You are just you deserve to be harmed. But nonetheless, I was just saying about what has been happening with the conditions of people trying to live better. But you cannot elevate unless we always keep on saying if you want to elevate the society, you have to elevate the woman, the status of the woman. If you want to talk about being a developed society, look at how women do get to treat. Sorry, look at how the society do get to treat their women. But nonetheless, as we wind up, there has been a matter of feminism. Feminism has also caught on. And you will find many women in Africa talking about feminism.
That's even worse.
And it's also worse because one of the proponents of feminism, her name is Chimamanda Adichie. I don't know if Ajobi or I don't know whether
the name.
Is that the Nigerian lady you talk about?
Yeah, she is, and she did write a book. It's known as Americana. She did write a book known as Americana, and right now she has been not really boasting, quote unquote boasting, but talking about how she has been given the opportunity by the Catholic Church to be part of writing one of they are known as encyclicals. Are they known as encyclicals? Yeah, these are the regular documents that are written by the church so that they can send a message out there to the people, especially the Catholics, and tell them what is happening in the state of the world, how they will be dealing with this and that. And so Chimamanda Adichie, one of the feminists, was really going out on Twitter recently. Was it on? I think that was the day before yesterday, talking about how she has been given the opportunity and how the people need to be helped to carry themselves. And also, she was trying now also to push her feminism also with these platforms.
It's not her feminism fight. I've already told you.
Yeah.
Who started feminism fights?
It's the Rothschild when they put up those schools. The women, was it the women's school?
The Rockefellers.
The women. Is it the black women's schools? You said they introduced some black schools, and black people were thinking that these are black schools.
But the black houses introduced so they can control their mind.
Yeah.
If we're going to educate black people, these niggas, we need to have them educated to love us, love white people, and do our bidding. Same way they did in Africa later on. But feminism was promulgated by the Rockefeller Foundation back in the 50s. They said we're going to use this to help white women, but we're going to use this to destroy the African family in America. Then we're gonna move this into Africa and destroy them on the African continent too. Because they're not educated enough to know that this is a scam to doing. They gonna think we just liberate women, but actually we're not. We're gonna turn black women against black men and destroy them from within. We're gonna destroy the family.
These, I do believe, even on the continent, there has been the supporting of these feminism movements from the outside. You will find Those are they are known as the NGOs. These are the NGOs, the non-governmental organizations that have also now been trying to break the family and push the man against the woman, and now the fighting will continue. That is
the answer for the non-government organizations. These are all brothers for the Rothschild, the Rockefeller. They own all of them. So when I had you look that up, you can look that up. Once again, say who started the feminism movement. And you'll see it's the Rockefeller.
That will be the same
And
answer.
they said we're going to use that. Yeah, so we're going to use that, then we're going to take it to Africa. After we destroy the African American, we're going to destroy the woman in Africa. They're going to think she's getting liberated. She's not smart enough to know that we're not liberating her ass, we're going to destroy her. She's not smart enough to know that's not liberation. We're going to put black woman against black man.
I do believe that even if people are being sort of driven to this notion of feminism or equality for men and women, men and women are not.
They already told you. Remember, said they were already in Zimbabwe with it, and they told the Zimbabwean women, "You don't need no black man. You don't need no man."
Yeah, you don't need no man.
I don't
need no man.
That's a problem. That's a problem because that's the kind of thinking young girls will come up with, and you'll have a difficulty. That will be breaking of the society. At the end of the day, you will break up the society. When girls come up and say, "I don't know man, I don't need no man, I don't need leaders," and then the gays will also jump on the bandwagon and say, "We do not need any women." And then at the end of the day, that will be also an agenda to clear the population or to
exactly, Spike. Everything is what war against us.
Yeah.
Everything is war, and the African doesn't understand constant war because we don't war like that. Europeans in constant war against us.
But people don't even realize.
You look at it, we say,
Yeah.
I know. So you sit right there and so they say, well, we're gonna free the kid for the man. You don't even listen to no man no more. You're gonna be independent.
Woman.
We're gonna bring jobs to you, and you can tell a man to shut his damn mouth.
Yeah. And slap him on the face.
So that's gonna make a problem. Yeah, so that's gonna make a problem. Man, go like, hey, what are you talking about? So that's
you find the feminist movement being very, very strong in South Africa, and also people getting their minds are confused by Chimamanda Adichie in Nigeria, and also the NGOs in Kenya. I was saying, I do believe,
it's already in South Africa because white people control the country.
Yeah. But let me, when matters come back to poverty, all come back to square zero, all round one. You'll find when it comes to the looting of the supermarket, no one gets to stand and say they are LGBTQ. The looting of the supermarket, no one gets to stand and say I am a feminist. It's everyone in that particular supermarket looting. There are no differences. No one even gets to ask you whether you are Shona or whether you are Zulu or whether you, when you go into the supermarket and you are looting, tribalism does not come up. The only time tribalism comes up is when people are trying to, just divide themselves along along these tribal lines. But no one will be asking you in the mall when you're looting whether you are Kosa, whether you are Shona, whether you are this and that. People don't even care. They just
I'm gonna say, brother, do you got the other TV that you stealing?
Yeah, they will. What they will do is that no one will actually ask you whether you are Kenyan or you are Nigeria. The only time when you're in the supermarket and you're looting the biggest bag of rice, no one really cares. When you're fighting poverty, I think people should rally behind one cause. That is the only lesson I think we can pick from the looting in South Africa. People should rally behind one cause and fight poverty, regardless of whether you are Nigerian or whether you are Kenyan or whether you are Kosa or Shona. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it doesn't care whether you are Zimbabwean. You're just trying to get the next bag of rice. But nonetheless, our family, we're ending up with the Rhythm Scoop Show on the Black Network, our media for the 21st century. And in case anyone would like to get a hold of us via our social media, we are on Twitter, Black We have posted a picture of the beautiful lady. She goes by the name of Nikita Kering. And Nikita Kering, like we said, she has one of the best Kenyan voices. She is really, really talented. Yeah. And she comes very, very close. she is a lady known as Nikita Kering. Her billboards, she has been pushing her music, and she is on the Kenyan billboards this week. And you know, her song is really, really wonderful. It just got 1 million views. It just got 1 million views on YouTube today. Yeah, so she is really pushing herself. And we shall be winding up this show with her song. Like I said, her song is known as X, and she is really doing wonderful. You might think this is Beyonce, but this is a young Kenyan singer. I think she's 20.
Yeah, as we wind up, my message to the young girls still, know your worth. Stop running to these politicians and these people who have power just because they have money.
True.
Know your worth and
Preach,
value
preach.
your worth.
Don't know your worth. Don't know your worth, Joey would definitely tell you.
Yeah, she has a calculator. She has been calculating. She knows. But nonetheless, our family, we are delighted that everyone was able to join us. And this is Nikita Kering. Right here, the name of the song is X. And also, Keith, thank you so much for joining us on this platform.
Make a mistake, shine away.